Alright, this is part one. I don't know how many parts it's going to be. It's just kind of go as I figure things out of the solar air conditioner using water only build. I got a thermometer right here, indoor, outdoor. This is the indoor unit, outdoor. I'm going to take some readings of the temperature coming in and out. As you can see, it looks like it's 2 degrees off right there. Got a radiator fan, which so happens to match this radiator that come out of a Volvo car. And later on, when we get down to it, take some measurements on the voltages and what I'm pulling. And eventually, I'm going to run the fan off the solar panel. I know it will run the fan. I haven't really measured the voltage on it while it's running the fan, but it will do it. Big shout out to BC Truck and Engineer 775, 2 channels I follow on YouTube. Learned a lot. Kind of gave me the encouragement to do this. So let me get some stuff put together and I'll let you see it then. Alright, threw a little stand together, nothing fancy, just a couple pieces of wood. Let's get it stand up. I got a piece of radiator hose right here. There it is. I'm just going to duct tape some water hose into it just to see what's going to happen. Once I get this built up permanently, I'll probably do a better setup and probably hang it up from the ceiling when I close this place in. That's the ultimate goal. I'm probably about to hook the water up and do a test run. And this will be a first run with the monitors. I had my wife pick them up just for this project. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys. Got my water coming off my well right here, coming in. It's going to fill up to the top, that way I don't have any air. Water coming out. Took some duct tape wrapped around the hose and shoved it in there. Boy, duct tape really can do some stuff. I got the battery charger hooked up to the fan right now just for this test. Right now, the outdoor temp sensor, which is behind it, is reading 82 degrees, and this sensor for the indoor is reading 80 degrees. So we're going to kick it on and see what happens. I'll let you know when it starts cooling down. Alright, I just turned it off. Probably ran it for about 2 minutes just to see what happened. The outside air temperature coming in went down 1 degree, and the fan temperature coming out went down 5 degrees. Which this thing's a little slow to update, so it's probably going to sit there and say that for a few minutes. But the point of the matter is, it did work. It is a very comfortable temperature coming out of it. I was playing with this before I got the thermometers during the day. It was like 95 degrees outside, and it was pulling so much heat out of the air that the water coming out was probably 85 degrees. I mean, it did really great. And I've noticed that when there's a big temperature difference, it really will pull the heat out. But when you get close to the 80, 70 degree mark, it's going to take longer to pull the heat out because there's not a big difference for, I guess, to transfer it. I'm not quite sure. But I guarantee you, if you put this in a building and let it run, especially off of solar, and circulate it into the ground, that you could definitely cool a shop down for a little of nothing. But like I said, this is part one. I got some more experiments to do. I got some coolant level sensors I'm gonna get on the in and out water pipe so I can measure the temperature on my microcontroller. I'm gonna hook up some temperatures for the in and out on the fan, and also have the microcontroller control it. There's gonna be way more to come as I work on this project and try to get it better, because I definitely do not want to spend money to heat this once I get done closing it off. I just put this carport up. I poured a slab about a year ago, and I'm just now messing with it, but it's hot. I don't like to be hot, and the humidity is horrible down here. But big thanks to Brad for giving me some pointers on as far as content goes and what to do for the YouTube videos. And like I said, Engineer 775, I learned a lot of stuff on his channel, and I'm looking forward to keep on going. Surprisingly, I haven't found very much information on a homemade geothermal, I guess you call it geothermal. And a quick background, where I live, when they drilled the water well, the static water level is actually 2 foot above ground. And what that means is I have a free flowing well that I can run down here, which is uphill up there, which you can't really see. I can run it down here to probably I'm thinking maybe a 55-gallon drum buried in the ground to help keep it cool. And I got a circulator pump. I'm going to try to pump through here, and as the temperature in the bucket gets high, flush that water out and bring more. Or just let it free flow all day long. But my goal is to have air conditioning and not cost me an arm and a leg to do it. So that's where we're at right now. I don't really trust this thing too much. I know when I stick it in front of my air conditioner or stick it in the freezer, they'll eventually match up, but they like to sit there and hang out for a while. It doesn't really come back up really quick, but it definitely pulled 5 degrees out, I guarantee you that. Alright, until next time.